The moment the signal was returned to us, calling out from the depths of space, I swore my heart stopped. We were a simple mining ship. We had a simple lifestyle. Find space rocks, mine them, sell the ore. Not a glamorous lifestyle, but it paid the bills. It was one day years ago that changed our world forever. It was a simple job for simple men. We were busy hauling a massive payload of helium and uranium back to the station, enough to last us a good month without more work. Then it came from nowhere. A basic hail, one from almost a light year away. Normally that wouldn't be a problem, but the transmission wasn't human. Against our regulations, we got curious and I ordered our nav officer to send a reply, one filled with goodwill. A second later, we got a reply, along with an alien dreadnought-sized ship warping in from nowhere. That massive ship was blocky, utilitarian, and wholly ugly. Like a child had pieced leftover Legos together for form, something vaguely looking like a ship. And it was right on top of us. As luck would have it, none of us were trained for first contact. With haste, we send more friendly hails, hoping we didn't anger this force of nature. I blasted an order over the paging system, telling the cook to get something started and to clean up the mess hall for guests. Mom always did say it was hard to stay mad at someone offering free food. Looking back, I say it was the most truthful thing I'd ever heard. The translators the spooks from the Central Colony Bureau made came in handy. For whatever reason, the little head-mounted devices made a cipher for the gravelly alien dialect with insane speed. Within a few sentences, we could talk easily to the hulking, shark-like beings. Never again would I badmouth a CCB spook. When they came aboard, the huge aliens looked around at human ship with looks akin to wonder, not at all minding the fearful looks of the crew. It was like they had seen a real ship for the first time. The metal drab mining vessel was nothing impressive, though. Only the high-traffic areas were furnished. These areas seemed to capture their interest more than anything, as they would gape openly. The differences between the crew members' appearances seemed to startle them as well. Seeing Yeoman Fuji and Private Jamal walking down the hall together was enough to give them pause. They would chat as they walked, always using the same words with no deviation. It was as if they had no words with many meanings, or meanings that could be expressed with a single word. Their own translators would constantly make errors. Oftentimes they would have their word tense wrong, or their pronunciation. Slang simply didn't go, though. When we came to the now cleaned mess hall, the hulking aliens stopped dead when they saw the table piled high with food, albeit the low-grade things miners eat. They seemed almost eager at the sight and turned to me, tiny eyes flashing with the silent question. You think I was going to tell them no? I decided we could talk about not killing us after they had a bite to eat. When everyone was sat down, the lead alien took what looked like a greasy cheeseburger in its beefy, four-fingered hand. The instant its teeth sunk into the sandwich, tears sprang to its eyes. It was in that moment I saw my life flash before my eyes. You could understand why I was confused when it slowly chewed the bite, then looked to me, beady eyes still misty. What sort of divine be you? Will you follow us back? Bearing more gifts like the ones we've seen? That was the line that told the human race its soon-to-be role in the galactic community. We aren't warriors, as the mighty Gunbar, the ones aboard our ship, grew from thousands of years of war. We aren't scholars, as the old Jan Saltho had traveled the stars and seen it all before we even climbed out of the oceans. We aren't workers, as the insectoid Phylexis could build empires in a single night cycle with lightning haste and no mistakes. No. In a universe void of nourishment of the soul, we were to become the artisans, the ones who made simple surviving into thriving with both joy and inward intrigue. Never did we forget the reactions we got to true art. Mom, thanks again for the advice. Captain Ross Nosredna, November 6th, 2091.